And spoiler, it's not about personality traits or willpower or any of this psychological garbage. This is about system architecture. When I say asshole, I'm not talking about someone who's just rude or difficult. I'm talking about the dark triad. Those who manipulate without hesitation, exploit without guilt, take without giving back. Those who see other people as resources to extract value from. You know exactly who I mean because you've met them. They probably run your company, or maybe it's your ex. The asshole wins because they're perfectly optimized for the game we're all forced to play. They don't have the internal blocks that hold everyone else back. No shame shutting them down mid manipulation. No guilt making them reconsider. No empathy creating friction in their decision making process.
Good morning. Welcome to UPain, Unified Pain, a zero-funded charity for mothers and fathers for the protection of children. There's quite a lot to cover today because of the amount of madness in this world. Whether it's funded charities, funded government charities abusing children, whether it's deciding to blow up boats coming from South America to the States, but it might have something dangerous inside the boat. We might have something really dangerous. We might have drugs. Now we're just dropping bombs from the sky in boats. Not a lot of talk about that. Maybe there was, I don't have a TV, but blowing up people on boats because they might have drugs or they might have guns or they might have something that people want to buy. What? What are you doing, America? Alright, you're funding charities that break down families, cause psychological manipulation to children and destroy children's lives. Okay, it's all meant to happen. So I come on here each morning, I could be talking to myself. I do see there's one or two good mornings, good morning. Nice to see you this morning. The birds are singing this morning. But I do need to try and talk a little to you about modern psychology and what's going on just now. But I'm not a very smart man, so I wouldn't listen much to me. But together, our collated brain cells work as good as any other, and a whole lot better than those with embossed certificates telling them they're smart. You have this achievement and you're this smart. You've got a doctorate on X, Y and Z. This piece of paper tells you so. This smart man in this smart institution, owned by the Jesuits and Catholic cult, they say that you're a smart psychologist. And you've got pretty wee women jumping up and down. I'm a psychologist. I've had Poland's share of feminist psychology. Right now you don't know who you want to impress and you don't know why you're doing anything to impress people, but you're doing it. You've been psychologically manipulated to buy things you don't need, to impress people you don't like, to go places you can't be bothered going. And that could just be my usual mumbles. This could be just my ranting. I do want to read this out to you. It's about today. But I ain't going to bother. So many fathers are reaching out, and it's great to see you're getting time with your kids. And lots of other people reaching out, faceless people trying to give you psychological advice. Stay away. I mean, if you're going to pop up as a faceless drone and constantly question a man about why he won't accept your advice, you're the problem. You're the problem. You're the one coming to me. I create enough problems for myself and my family. As soon as I come on this, I understand what I'm doing. Who get dog walkers and the gang stalkers. Lots of wee gang stalkers going about at this time in the morning. Mainly female. Lots of ghosts and ghouls. I don't know if you can see that. Salford, don't have a go at me because I won't listen to you. Young Callum, I seen you play with your dad on the swings, going no hands. Top man, well done. Big achievements in life for young boys when they're swinging on their swings, and firstly, that's a lot of fun. To remove your hands when you're swinging and daddy's pushing, that is crazy. So well done the kids and the fathers that enjoying some time in the swing parks. That's really the purpose of unified pain, not to make anyone's feelings hurt. But we do damage a lot of little feelings. People come along and force things upon you and then blame you for not wanting to listen or look or to pay attention to it. We're all on our own paths. Just that a lot of the paths have been so manipulated, it's not us choosing. It's not us making the choices. Most of you are steered into the choice you want because of the things you want. It's the reason you're waking and getting out of bed in the morning. You're not free at all. In no way do you have freedom. There's the sun coming up. I hope we get to see the sun today. I've seen it for 45 minutes maybe in the last 3 days, the sunshine. I'm talking about this real sun because we've had thick blankets of cloud hiding our beautiful skies in Scotland, but I think that's been the whole of the UK. I think they're blanketing up the clouds. We do know there's funding for this now. They have admitted, at least Labour admitted to the funding for the spraying they're doing, or atmospheric spraying they're doing. Hiding things, keeping secrets. Neighbourhood watch is always growing in stature these days, isn't it? It's the new method of gang stalking locals. So I will always have people walking about behind me in the town, round about me. Oh, hello. Imagine seeing you again right here with your wee dog going in the same direction as me. Those are the people that are scared. But the biggest bit of fear in life is waking up in the morning as a father or parent and not knowing the safety of your own children. That's the biggest fear. That's the biggest fear. Besides God himself, and I don't think many people fear God. You fear losing your job, you fear losing your home, you fear losing your missus that doesn't love you. She doesn't love you. If one single man stares at that woman you've been with for 5 years or over, 2 years or over, 6 months or over, 3 months or over, she's thinking about upgrading. And it's not her fault. That's just what other communities have become. Women love to leave the hard-working, good father for an upgrade. And that's any man that winks at her and makes her feel special for 2 seconds. All of them. Bar the smallest percentage you could ever think. And this is the percentage of people I'm reaching out to on here. The slither of fathers, the slither of mothers, and there's a smaller slither of mothers. We're disabling our kids. And although there may be lots of methods to you, the main effective method is a violent, abusive mother. Thank you to all the traffic stopping. Thank you to the sunshine coming out. Good morning to all you very beautiful, nice people coming on board to the U-Pain train. I know a lot of you are having goes at me for smiling or laughing or putting on fake smiles or making a joke of the situation. They want you miserable. Through the misery you live, which you call everyday life, they want you worse than that. They want to think that you can't smile at any point. And believe me, there's not many points during the day that make me want to smile. But last night, I think, one of the first times I've eaten food out with my allocated time slot for a long time. I ate about 9 o'clock last night. I had the remainder of my chickpea curry sitting cold on a plate. Found some rice, half-cooked rice. I had an egg, small potato, a bit of onion, spring onion. Wow, whoa, the very best fried rice. And that was a treat that I had last night. Small treats that keep us going. And that was a small treat keeping me going. But you wake up to so much hate on YouTube. People firing insults, people telling you what to do and how to do it, and if you don't do it their way, you're a complete knob. Yes, I am a complete knob. Thank you very much. I don't know if any of this is getting out because I do understand that my phone isn't working great. Good morning. A decent wee guy with a massive big dog. A big loving dog. You're only getting to watch me walking. You can switch off, you can unlike, definitely unsubscribe because it's the channel's growing. Well, if I say it's got 700 today, it's going to have 800 tomorrow. And that's what I said yesterday or the day before. Oh, we've got over 700 people in Unified Pain. Believe me, it was shut down after 1,000 or 2,000. But I could be selling you eSIMs. Go on, buy an eSIM. You're watching me because I've downloaded an eSIM and they're paying me money to tell you to buy their eSIM. Go on, buy it. eSIM, EIO. That's what to do. eSIM, EIO. Maybe that's just Old MacDonald. Anyway, stop talking nonsense, Joe. You're supposed to speak clearly. You're supposed to speak passionately at all times about one subject, and do not smile or laugh, or else we may not take this seriously. Your government is funding charities in your area to break up your family, and if your partner decides she no longer likes you, she can wreck the life of you and your child. It's all by design. None of it's because I'm a tool bag or whatever nasty wee name you can think. None of it's even got to do with me being such a lowlife every day when I come on here. And this is a choice coming on here, because every single part of everything I say is logged, time-stamped, and can be used in evidence against me. And I'm very happy for that. Very happy for that fact. That's why I always do live. If I come on live, more of you have watched me right now, when I would get on doing any hour upload, and an hour upload for me is something that probably wouldn't happen. This is all off the cuff, this is straight out the tiny wee failure of a mind from Joseph Day, seeking hope for fathers and family, seeking hope for that very small percentage of mothers that have a little chauvinistic, effeminate man that's abusing their children because they've dived to some other younger chick. Now, I know the vast majority is women going away and sleeping with other men, all these wee effeminate boys, because 80% of women sleep with 20% of men. They're willing to sleep with men that sleep with lots of women. Women are willing to sleep with men that sleep with lots of women, because those men have got stuff that you don't have. Your missus wants the stuff that you can't give her. She dreams about that, especially from the wee guy that winks at her outside the sports centre. Then some wee Jesuit or Freemason will go there and he'll have a go at your wife or daughter. Because he's handed shit that you want. And you think he's better than you because he's got stuff. That's what's wrong. And I started this by telling you, your government is financing charities to do this. I was asked if I wanted to see mothers put in prison that kept their children from the fathers. In some cases that may be an idea. I know some women that deserve to be put in prison for what it is they've done, possibly mine as well. But we need family. We need money invested in family. And no matter how dark my thoughts are about the feminist agenda to break family and how well funded it is, with evidence, no matter about my opinions and evidence-based nonsense that I spew on here, I know that day by day mothers and fathers are coming along on this journey. Well, it's only 5 or 6, whether we get 5,000 views or 500 views, it doesn't make a difference. Some days these parasites will come on and give us views up to 20,000. And even more. That gets the message out just a little bit farther. Everyone's on YouTube telling you, they're giving you the honest story while keeping within the YouTube algorithms. It might be the proper story, but I don't trust them. All they're looking for is money. All they're pumping out is videos for to keep you entertained. They don't want to keep you entertained on channels like this because we don't keep you entertained. I'm not here for your entertainment. Although from time to time, because I've got such a good personality and hundreds of mates and my family love me and my house is a constant party, you're going to think I'm funny. You're going to think this guy's got a good sense of humour. He's trying to make people laugh. No, I'm trying to make me survive. I'm trying to give myself a wee push to keep going to tomorrow. Because really I've got no reason to keep going today. I'm walking down to a place that wants to bar me because they don't want me to talk about child abuse outside their stores. Because the feelings of the punters get inside the stores when they hear that women's charities are funded and women are violent and abusing children. And it's not just my opinion, it's court documented. And on the other side of the foot, we're being told 1 in 4 women are being beaten up while having to protect their children. And that's a lot of nonsense spewed by these feminist occult charities breaking up families, sponsored by your councils and governments. You would tend to think they couldn't get away with doing all this unless it was completely planned. Yes, it is completely planned. At a Freemasons lodge near you, at a Catholic church building near you, they've got their orders and they get updated more than daily. All the little lodge members have their little positions. They all take their orders from the man in blue and yellow, or the man with a funny wee collar or purple suit and big gold staff. So besides America bombing people in the middle of the ocean for no reason whatsoever other than that's what they can do now, they could possibly just have a drone drop a bomb on top of me. And sometimes I would like to do that. When I was younger, I used to like to think that my covers on my bed would protect me from those type of bombs and incidents. Does anyone else go under their covers to be protected from the bombs and the scary man underneath the bed? Unified Pain is here for fathers and mothers. We're here for you. And it's not funded in any way. If you find a way to come to Glasgow, you can come and we can speak. If at any point we're giving them the most minimal funding, maybe you can come to a building and we can speak and this can grow. It will grow. We need this to grow. You need this to grow. If you're a father, you need this to grow. Not me, it's not going to be me. There's going to be more men and fathers dealing with this. It's unified. It's unified. And it's not just unified pain, that's the parental alienation part. It's just really smart. I Saatchi and Saatchi to come up with that idea for me. And they did. I read all about Bernays and he taught me about my marketing skills. He wants me to continually sell to you. He tells me about the 10,000 hours I need to be the king that I want to be. It's not by accident. We fund child abuse. The propaganda's been known for decades. The entire family, the Bernays. It's not just basic psychology. It's militarised abuse. Little. I need toilet paper today. Do you use toilet paper where you are? Since I've been a kid, I've had like my mum and dad had a bidet. And we washed our backsides. Do you wash your backside? Well, we did wash our backside. Don't get me wrong, I used it for washing my football boots. This stops working, I understand it stops working. I stopped talking, and why are you watching anyway? Why would you watch this nonsense? I heard that the Met Police may be stopping answering non-crime related phone calls. And people are kind of confused in what this might mean. I can tell you exactly what it means when the Met says they're going to be stopping non-crime related phone calls. It's where little effeminate feminist pigs walk in these stores, any one of them, whether it's your Asda, Lidl, your Tesco's, your Baines, your Salvation Army, B&M, every one of these employees think they can protect their customers' feelings. I want you to be pressing like and subscribe. If you don't do that just now, get off of here. 126 people, every one of you, bolt if you're not pressing like and subscribe right now. Because this is costing me, so press it there. And if you don't press it there, then it just tells the story. You shouldn't be here in the first place. keep flicking past. This is for a very small group of very talented, caring, loving individuals like this. This is what we want our kid to be doing. Yeah. The whole thing is normalised. Nothing wrong with it. They're just having fun. It's just lots of fun. The kids are having fun these days. They're all having just fun. Fun without their fathers. Fun being abducted. Children having fun being abducted and abused by women. Oh no, you can't say that. No, I can't say that. I'm saying that because it's court documented. Fathers are losing their children because women are being funded to abuse them. Charities like Women's Aid are funded to abuse and abduct children, while guys like myself, fathers, we have to worry every morning where our children are. We've got no rights whatsoever to go and see them. My kids have been taken to Poland. The Scottish Government funded the charity that abducted them. I don't have fathers coming out every day asking me, what happened, mate? Oh, my children were abducted. My children, my son and daughter were abducted and they're abused by a woman, a Polish woman. Did guys come across and help? No, because guys are taught to shut their mouth. Guys are taught that they're having to be quiet about this. Women's Aid is a funded, Women's Aid is a funded charity. It's funded by Scottish Government. And this Scottish Government charity are abused.
Good.
My son and daughter were abducted from here. Do you have children?
Yeah.
You do? Son or daughter?
I have a son.
Son, I've got a son and daughter. Now, a Scottish charity called Women's Aid, have you heard of them?
Aye.
You have? They're funded by your government in about every state in Scotland. We're live on YouTube right now, mate. Now, my children were taken away and abducted. So I'm doing this, I'm asking you as a father. We need to stick together. I'm doing something called unified pain right now. And I don't want your children taken away from you because your missus was funded. Because your missus was funded to abuse them. And we have fathers that don't really want to catch up with their kids as well. Now, when we are funding the downfall of children, when we are funding the feminist charities through our government to abuse our kids, men should take note of that. Right, on you go, mate. You shout out, on you go. There's only about 20,000 on here, it's not 2 million. Small. GP vehicle rentals. 5 men, I believe most of them are fathers. Some of them just deal with it. Kids are taken away. Some of them are happy. Some of their kids are abused and taken away, and it breaks them down. It depends on how fathers want to react. Some fathers want to be manly in front of their man pals, smoking and drinking and showing that they're hard. Other men want to show compassion because we understand that is the true strength of men. That's 6 big guys, and what you could smell right now, it's not fear, it's weed and steak pies. That's what you can smell right now. And this is maybe the way you want to start off your day. And we need every man. I mean, it's just to look so glaikit. We really have been so mind-bent into believing our job is to wake up and do as we're told. And maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, I've got it all wrong. Maybe my kids, I mean, every part of what they're doing, maybe they're better off to hate you. If you're a father, your kids are better off to hate you. Because your decision making is pretty damn poor. We're all wee boys in the head. Here's another big load of working men. Albar, the farm. They get them rip up turf with their bare hands and plant it again. Let's see. Now what you do, you start spewing out. The East Renfrewshire Council, my local council, is supposed to fund my local East Renfrewshire Scottish Women's Aid charity. Every woman in this town loves the Women's Aid charity because they support every woman that comes out of this town no matter where they're from. It's just that fathers, men and children don't get any help whatsoever. And if that woman's violent, she'll receive even more help. If she's a violent, abusive woman, she'll receive more help. So Scottish police, or Police Scotland, will they follow what the Met Police have done? The Met Police have stopped these, that's what I said on the way down here, before I lost my train of thought. The Met Police have stopped these non-criminal call-outs, time wasting. What that means is, I seen a guy, Carol Vernon, on his channel ask what this kind of means, and another guy sort of, yeah, I see this, but what does it mean? For me, it means that I'm not going to have the police called on me for getting outside here and speaking to men or women that don't really understand why a wee Scottish angry guy's standing having a go at the general public. Some will take it, or some will listen to it, some will be offended by it. But the thing is, those being offended by it, the wee women being offended by this, they go in and they tell the store members and they come out, oh, you can't upset our clients, your customers, you need to stop talking. Really? It's easy to shut down a man if he doesn't know what to do or how to protect himself. And the police haven't really done anything to assist because they can't, because they know there's nothing illegal or unlawful going on. And anyone that should be arrested are the store staff members and the wee women. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Psychologists are a big joke. Let's see. Hungry birdies. So let's talk about this philosophical meditation on true strength and freedom. It's challenging modern society's obsession with material success, status and constant consumption. Constant consumption, we've been talking about that since this morning. What we're doing right now contrasts our external power. What we're looking to achieve is based on wealth, possessions, recognition. You need that recognition from the other man that's not your husband. So what is needed? Inner strength, defined by self-sufficiency, clarity and independence from desires. Na 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 na. Stop making a joke. What help am I doing to anyone standing here? What help am I really going to have for my children? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. There must be a whole lot more idiots out there willing to get out and do this. Come on, idiots, get out of your bed. And just a note for my neighbour. See when your alarm is on silent and it's doing that vibrating, bzzz, 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 bzzz. 15 minutes at 5:30 seems like an awful long time. And that's my wake up around about time. I don't want to wake up around about when I have 15 minutes of sleep left. Zzz. But my neighbour, she must be so exhausted. So exhausted that she can't wake up from that at 5:30. But she has to get out and go out and gets to see those sick old women she looks after. Because we need to bring in African women to look after our sick old women here. No one else will do it. Women won't do that job. They're too busy jumping about in tight pants in aerobic centres in your local town. And men are either out working hard or this one guy, there must be other people like me pretending he knows stuff, talking to a phone that doesn't care about him or his children, and he thinks that might help. And lots of smart people are coming giving me advice to say, Joe, that's not going to help you, it's not going to help your children, your attitude stinks, you should go and kill yourself. And I don't fully disagree with that. What you will get here is honesty. Whatever that means. Because I think it's honesty I'm talking. This might be utter nonsense that I'm talking. None of this is here to help. None of it. Not here to help me or you. It's a very, very small percentage of people, and it's children. And it's to make women think, firstly, because they're all going and complain. Before they think about anything, they'll cry and they'll moan and they'll bitch and they'll complain, because that's what they've been taught to do. And then they're funded to abuse and break families. Because the funding's there, that's what they're being taught to do. Then we give them important jobs, and they're not good at that. They're not good at decision making. Women are not good at decision making. Everything is about their feelings, and you can't run a country on that. And we've done this 1,000 times. Experiments on this have been carried out so often. I mean, breaking civilization down into men and women, we know what happens. Women bitch, waste all the materials, fight and complain about the whole lot. Men, once men are together, we build the society. We share out our food and we start to implement things where a society will grow. I mean, we know this. These things have been carried out 12 times, and yet we're still, is it Denmark or, oh, we can have a new Prime Minister this woman. Why are you doing that? We screwed up the UK since Maggie Thatcher. Every single person, everyone in the country knew that. Every man knew that Maggie Thatcher screwed this country up. Every man knew that. Oh, the Iron Lady. She's not iron, she's not a lady. She's a screw-up. Jimmy Savile's best mate. Oh, look at him go off again. I get tickled under the armpits sometimes. But idiocracy, and that's another thing Carol Vernon spoke about last night, a movie called Idiocracy. And I spoke about this movie about 5 years ago, standing outside the Gorzhov court system, pointing out the similarities between Idiocracy and the judge and the jury and the people within the system in Idiocracy and in Gorzhov Wielkopolski. But the thing in Gorzhov Wielkopolski, they were worse than the joke system in Idiocracy. They were worse than the joke system. Now I know that because that cuts so close to the edge with things like digital IDs, this was what, 20 years ago this film was made. It was broken before it was released. I loved that movie. That was one of those movies that got you. All of the wee Freemasons and Jesuits giving out all the secrets on TV the same way as they've always done in cartoons, you know. But they pulled that movie because it hit too close to the bone. And if you've not watched it, go away, and if you watch these nonsense things, catch up with the storyline of Idiocracy, and you'll find out it probably looks like intelligent people today compared to who we have in our schools, in our buildings, running our businesses, running our governments. They aren't even a shadow puppet government. They aren't even like fence turtles. And I've gone on about fence turtles an awful lot. Fence turtles that are placed in positions. I mean, he's in the Starry Heights. A post turtle on top of the post. I mean, imagine a turtle up on the top of this thing here. The first thing you'd think, how did he get there? How did he get there? He must have been placed up there. How's he going to get back down? What's it like up there for him? He needs advised if he's up in such starry height places. That's not him that went there. And we know this about every single singer, songwriter, famous person on TV. They never made that there on themselves. What have they done? With many women, all they've done is sold their body. With many men, all they've done is have sold their body to a wee effeminate man. Like prime ministers. Like every one of them. But when I mention the feminist charities, take it. When I say the words taken over, feminist charities, no, they're funded to destroy. They can't take over anything. We've just told you that. They can't build a community. Men do that. Men build things. We put every single thing in place. We put the systems in place. Women are funded to break that. They're here to fund it and break it in your country. It's not just Scotland. I'm standing in a minuscule place outside Glasgow. This used to be Glasgow. This is Barhead, Glasgow. They've changed it to some other place called East Renfrewshire now. Where the hell's that? This is Glasgow. And my children were taken from here. They were abducted from here and abused from here. Nicola Sturgeon, the ex-First Minister person, she had the most abuse in her part of Scotland, her regional or district, her area that she covered. More kids were being abused and raped where women are than any other place. Because we fund women to rape and abuse kids. But at the same time as having that done, we say, oh, women are sugar and spice and all things nice, we need to protect them and look after their feelings. No! They're beasts. They're beasts. Get some swizzles and chews. Give severe poison to lots of kids coming round your doors. Don't teach them. Don't give them anything decent. Every single thing is... Every single thing. Oh, I'm live again. Did I lose you? Am I losing you quite a lot here? I've lost a lot from up here because I do this. My phone's going off its head now. I don't mind if he's left. If you shouldn't be hanging about here. People shouldn't be hanging about here. You can get off, you can unlike, unsubscribe, you can all bolt as far as I'm concerned. We need men and fathers here. We need the very, very small percentage of strong mothers here. Most men, most fathers, they don't care. I mean, the male said, she's got my kids and they couldn't care less. It's not you I'm looking for then, mate. It's not you I'm looking for. He was a hard man. That's a hard man thing to say. Brothers, man, you need to change your little effeminate ways. Your little effeminate boy ways. Controlled by these feminist bitches. I'm sorry, dogs, man. I love dogs, especially bitch dogs. They're such kind, loving dogs. These women aren't. They aren't. They do that to your child. They do that. Like, they normalise sickness in children. Oh, it's just a bit of fun. The demons and ghouls and witches, warlocks and wizards. While she's selling her wizard sleeve to the next man, showing it off. Oh, you don't make me feel that way anymore, you used to. You bloody stupid woman. But it's about my feelings now. Fund my feelings by abusing your children. Edinburgh Women's Aid done that. We fund abuse of women's feelings. We break the rights of children. We want to keep fathers away from their children so they feel helpless. This is all by design, so there's nowhere for me to go today. I'm going to go to Farm Foods with a couple of quid in my pocket, pick up some of the cheapest things possible for running about £2 and just deal with that. Just deal with that. Never know, I might be getting some money in from an old coat that I had pretty soon. Come on, give me some money from an old coat. Anytime people make YouTube videos, anytime people do these things, they do it so people watch, they do it so people like them, they do it so people subscribe and can make them feel good or give them money. It's more so the money part. More so money part. People edit themselves completely. And it's not going to help you in the long term if you edit yourself. The only way to come on, if you're going to use one of their handguns, they know it's loaded for you. You need to do it live. It's all off the cuff doing this. None of you will stick around. All of you are there for your own pleasures. I know I've had at least 500 people on and 30 people or 13, I don't know. There's over 800 people that are subscribed to this channel. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do much for you. I know you've got hundreds of other subscriptions and things there, but I'm not going to, this won't grow. Maybe in another year you're going to see me again on another unified pain channel somewhere. There's a few already created for this one being shut down. There's already an angry dad, because I'm an angry dad. Are you an angry dad or an angry mum? That's justified. Your anger's justified. Don't feel terrible because they're taking your kids, abusing your kids, funding the gaslighting that's taking place in your life and you feel hopeless. That's the point. They've spent years getting to this stage where they can carry out these psychological manipulations. It's all tests. They want to break you, break your mind, break your kids so your kids are easier to control. So to do that, taking the father out is the number one thing to do. Getting rid of the head of the family is the number one thing to do. Do you think they do that? Do you think they get rid of the family? Do you think they'd be so cruel as to just getting rid of your family, getting rid of any family members? It doesn't feel like it's something that they should do, but do you think they do it?
Do not have to
so that I can know the truth. I deserve to know the truth.
I know I play this often. This is Maddie.
Was a situation, an event of domestic violence on the part of my dad my whole life was actually contrived by my mom and her lawyer. That's right. My mom's lawyer advised her to get a bogus restraining order to set up a situation where my dad would be enraged, make claims of abuse to get a domestic violence charge so that she could get more money and custody. But this is bigger than my story. This is bigger than my mom, my dad. This is the playbook, part of the playbook that people talk about when they talk about how the stories are so similar. I'm glad that I'm able to put the pieces of my own life together, finally, so that I can know the truth. I deserve to know the truth of what I lived through. I deserve to know the truth so I can know who my dad is, who my mom is, and then make my own decisions about whether I think it's healthy for me to have relationships with them. That's what every child deserves.
Your lady there used to work in a credit union. Vile wee things, these Eastern stars. Vile. Always funded to be abusive, always funded to be violent wee women, always funded to be ignorant pigs, always funded to break down their own communities. That's what Eastern Star are doing in your communities right now. That's what the women are funded to do in your communities. If you're a man and you're out working hard, your son and daughter, your children are at home with your ex, or with your current missus, be careful. Be careful. She's running out of respect for you, and any man that smells at her is her purpose for working out harder, is her purpose for moving on further ahead, because she needs to feel wanted. And you should make her feel wanted if you love her. But if she's the sort that just wants a payoff, if she's the sort that would abuse her own children, change your own mind. And when I say change your mind, I don't mean you have to go from, let's say you don't believe in taking vaccines. Many people don't. Let's say you completely do believe in taking vaccines. So you've got the parent that does vaccinate their kid and the parent doesn't vaccinate your kid. I mean, the studies have been shown in this that unvaccinated children are the healthiest children that you can ever have. No future illnesses, because vaccines are simply ticking time bombs. Vaccines are ticking time bombs in your body that never ever go away. They can be used at any time. They're just another weapon. Just another weapon. And when a woman goes from being an anti-vaxxer to selling off her kids to being vaccinated by a state that uses over 25 vaccines by the age of, 12? Poland does that, and women kill and poison and abuse children. They sell out their kids. For that, women should, you should be put in an electric chair for doing that. That is a firing squad situation. If you know that, if you believe and know and you've stuck with that, and then you throw your children to the wolves, this is what the wee feminist women do about here. We child abusing liars. Eastern Star beasts. Funded little beasts. Funded beasts. Your town has a core of funded little beasts in your area that do not care about the safety of children. They simply don't care about the safety of children. These are the wee stupid women that run Women's Aid. These are the wee women that walk about in community, and they're part of every single charity, and they're part of all of the churches. They're all wee nattering Nellies, every one of them. Not one of them would have a child feel really safe. Not one of them would have a child feel safe and warm with them. They're manipulating liars. Eastern Star funded child abuse. Oh, stop talking about the Freemasons and Catholic cult. They'll come and kill you. Come ahead and kill me. I'm going to do it sooner. Do it now, do it today. Fertility testing. You know, get fertility testing from here. They've given you all the vaccines to kill off any possibility of having children. You've got that slim hold-on chance, but they know the ingredients that were in your vaccine. So at any point when they can pop, press the button and make that explosion, dung, cancer, dung, kidney failure, dung, whatever they've got next to kill you, it's just a remote control they can press. Finish you off quite easily while you're going for your female health checks. You're going to pay to have the experience of pregnancy soon. You're going to pay for that. Your sperm will work if we turn it back on again. There's many, many men that wanted to be fathers that can't. Many, many. You can also manage excessive sweating, I've noticed, women. You really are going to be like, you've no pubic hair, no sweaty pits, the pinkest bumholes ever. It's all you care about, the weirdest stuff. The weirdest things in there. Oh, I need my bumhole bleached, oh, I need my armpits done, I need my stripway shaven or fondled. I need this wee man in here to spread my legs wide open and look inside and tell me good or bad. You freaks! Utter freaks, while children suffer because you're the ones we support. You freaky wee women. No wonder the decent women that keep away from this or show themselves to be clean and decent. Because you're manky and sold out. Manky sold out Women's Aid. Manky sold out Eastern Star. Disgusting women. Know your sexual health with a blood test. Know your sexual health with a blood test. You know, since the 80s, it's like my mother and stuff like that, your aunties and uncles, the people that had you as children. I think the body count now is about 10 times what it used to be. Maybe 20 times what it used to be. And the thing is, women speak about it. Well, that's what women use to sell what they have. What do you have? Oh, my private parts. Why are you calling them private when they're for sale to everyone? And that's you and missus as well, by the way. Every one of them want the tightest, most revealing pants in the world, and it's your fault for being jealous if you say anything. It's your fault. She can go out and show every single part of what she's had for dinner, show between her legs, and make sure it's as tight as possible in the coldest weather. And if you say a thing, she'll be off with your kids in a shop because a charity's funded to help her out. They take everything from you, then sell you it back. And women without eyebrows should know that by now. So many of you tricked. Every 10 years they pull out this trick with women, every 20 years maybe. Let's do take away eyebrows and paint them or tattoo them back on. Now I know there's some women with health issues, cancers and things like that, where they've lost it, and that's a necessity. You've turned it into fashion. These sick, stupid women. These sick, wee effeminate boys. We effeminate boys get this done as well. Back end bleaching. Stop talking about stuff you don't know about, Joe, you foolish man. Sorry. Ready to rise. You've got the biggest Pizza Hut coming in the UK coming here. The biggest. That's what we need here. What do we need here? We need the Kingdom of Kong, big kid circus, and the biggest Pizza Hut. That will sort society out. I mean, we don't need any help for children. The mass abuse that children face right now, the grooming that they face, I mean, it's not online or just in school. They're having their testicles chopped off and told they can be any sex they desire. And it's not sex, it's gender. Gender, you can move the gender. That's our schools. We've ruined everything. We've broken it and we've funded it to be broken. And do you know who's running it when it's broken? Women, because they brought it there. It's men that built these things. And they've broken down every bit of civility we've had. They've taken every single rule away. And only mothers get this. Only real mothers get this. Because the vast majority of women that have children are not mothers, or sell out little piglets. And these sell out little piglets are funded by sell out little feminist charities. And it's in your town. It's not just in this stupid guy's town. Are you tired, low energy, no motivation? They can fix everything. Every wee fault that a woman might think she's had, and there's many, they'll fix it. Radok, I think that Radok is, they can fix anything, Radok. It's some wee man and some wee English man and some wee Pakistani woman that have opened a business, and they can fix everything. They know the secrets. All you need is a wee tight white bra top, and they'll have you smiling no problem very soon. Oh, I've got a tight wee white bra top. You fruitcakes. Women are complete fruitcakes. And the effeminate man is the very same as the feminist. The effeminate man is the identical creature to the feminist. And you need to know that we are very different. We're wired differently, men and women. What have they done to these effeminate men that they're so ladylike? Well, those guys there, they weren't effeminate men. More chauvinist-like. The guy with the kids wanted to talk and take it serious. He wanted to do that for a second until he made eye contact with his mates. And then his mate came out and gave his big man opinion. He doesn't mean that. He doesn't not care about his kids. She can just take them. It was tongue-in-cheek. And I get pulled up for that as well. Why dare you try and make a joke out of what's going on? It's not making a joke of it. We need to make a joke of the situation, or else we're going to lose our damn minds. You can point at everything. You can point at everything and everywhere and why it's running the wrong way, and they won't fix it. Women will cry and cry and cry and cry and cry until they get to keep it broken, until they've ruined everything. I mean, they will take every piece of energy, every piece of money and decency out of anything. They'll extract. All they do is extract. Because they don't know how to give to build. They don't know. Every single country we've had women running are broken. And we've been broken since the 80s, since Thatcher. When are we going to get it? They're we sell-out pedo creators, these feminist women. So what can we do at a Miriam Gilbride? At a Miriam Gilbride we can do children's vaccinations, minor ailments, blood tests and diagnostic services. We'll kill you. We're going to have you we're going to have you fund your own demise. Every illness you get, you're going to buy it off us and think we're offering you the cure. You fools. How come this fully stupid, uneducated man's so upset and calling us names? I take things personally. Because there's a handful of men and a handful of women from, let's guess it, 3,000 today, at the 3,000 coming along, there's that handful of men and women that go, I get this. I can say it better than that guy, so I'm going to go and help him at Unified Pen. Please come along and do that. I need someone to come and help. Nah, I don't really need someone to come and help. But if you come and help, or go outside and help yourself, this is how you come and help. You can go to your local street, you can find out about your local charities, and if children are being abused or abducted, or they assist the abuse of children, then you can let people know that. And then you can feel how society turns against you. You can feel how the little feminist regime shows its dirty little face. And it's huge. The feminist network is huge. It is they control. And if a woman steps out of line and listens to you, and women do come and listen, and they get the hardest time in the world. Their lives are very, very difficult. They become severe outcasts if they talk to a man like myself. And I'm sorry that I've mentioned some women's names in the past. I'm really sorry. You have got it from the Eastern Star. I'm sorry that the Freemasons have pulled you up. But If you just don't give a damn, you just don't give a damn. So why would you care about these people? How dare you pull me up, you Eastern Star little witch? What, so I can't support a man that's got children being abused by this charity? Yeah, women, you can support a man that's having his children abused by Women's Aid charity. I know lots of other wee scabby women are going to come and try and stop the fact that you might want to help. But there's over 50 people here that's pressed like, over 50 that's pressed like for this message today, for maybe one wee part of it. I know people take maybe a 60-second clip in isolation and believe that's what this is about. No, you have to listen to my whole rant. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. I turn this on, I aim at my face and I get angry at what's going on in life because I wake up every morning, my children aren't there, and I try and explain those very basic things to you. I don't want you to wake up one day and then that's your reality for the rest of the time. And it doesn't matter how much fighting that you do for your children. It doesn't matter how honest you stand up. It doesn't matter what you've done in your past or what you've built or created. A woman is there and can break it down, and she's funded to be able to do that. If she's willing to abuse her kids, that's even better for them. It's just, that's how the whole thing's going. Yes, the meat grinder. Let's get mince out of these people at the other end and they'll sell it as pork. I don't know what that meant. But I do know what that meant. If you want a hot breakfast roll, go to McPhee's. If you want to keep healthy, eat the Budvig protocol in the morning. Don't worry if you need to look at my nasty wee Montgomery Burns body. It was warm in my kitchen. Go and watch it. Learn how to do a Budvig protocol. 24/7 prescription collection. That's what we need to save the illness. 24/7 prescription collection. What, the people, so you can make sickness 24 hours a day now. We can make people sick 24 hours a day. I hated watching my mum and dad just a few weeks before my dad. I hated getting down and watching that. I locked myself in a room at that point in my old bedroom. It was, watch my dad die while my ex-partner's telling me I'm lying about his cancer so my kids can't see him. You wicked witch. You wicked, stupid, foolish witch. I mean, stopping my parents before they pass away. You foolish, foolish woman. The things that you're going to suffer for in the future for the shit that you've carried out to children is unbelievable. And every one of you women are going to be the same. Every one of you which falls for this propaganda to break up family and disable your children. I see you. I see you. I know it's me that's the bad guy for telling you, or for recognising what community has done to our children. They're poisoning our children, they're disabling our children, they're taking the rights away from our children because they want them easier to control when they're adults, because we're not that easy to control. Are you easy to control? The vast majority in all of these shops are in there because they're easy to control. In less than 15 quid an hour can control you, can drag you away from your life. Now I know there's some people that don't have kids and family and this type of thing, and that's the starter for 10. That's going to give them something to build on. Go and do it then. But the vast majority shouldn't be in there. Women should not be managing things. They shouldn't be managing things. It breaks up things. Women have their strengths that we don't have. Women have strengths we don't have. We can't be pushing them into running and managing things or building things when they're there to destroy and use and manipulate. Oh, but you can't say these mean things about women. That just is. That just is. That's just how things are. Feminist movement can't change what you are. But by abusing children and by making men look like the criminal, or by some idiots like me that just look mentally ill on their own quite easily. But the whole thing is, you don't care as a mother or father when you have no idea how your children are, if they are safe, how they feel, who they're with, why she's done this, or for a woman, why he's done this to you. Those constant questions They won't stop, and years will pass, and your children, all women know, all men know that children that grow up with a parent missing, they're more likely to turn to drink, drugs, prostitution, selling their body, looking and not understanding what commitment is, not understanding what love is. And women are pushing their own sons and daughters into this. Kasia, you utter foolish sellout cow. Your mum's the biggest beast in this world and you're just like her. So many men are facing this. So many of you don't care about it. Because you're part of wee social clubs, you freakish wee men, you freakish wee men. Oh, but I get to see my kids because I get to go to the pub any night I want because she goes to the Eastern Star and I get to flaunt me 20-year-old girls behind the bar from a local community which are fat and ugly anyway. Everything is so wrong with what's going on. Don't Americans, you just blow people up in the middle of the ocean. You're just blowing boats up now because you think there might be drugs in it. You crazy people. I don't even think that was given 2 seconds, I thought. A strike in the middle of the ocean on a boat. I had friends and family from Colombia. I had friends that go to sea in Colombia. I mean, they're saying it's 3 men that are wanted and they know no problem who's on that boat. They could have had women or girls or children or anything in that boat. Just blown up. God's sake. And all they're trying to do is not reveal how demonic they are and what they've done. And it's every single one of them. Every one of them. All actors, liars, cheaters, child abusers. Every man and woman you see on the TV is that. Every one of them on YouTube these days is that. All your biggest channels are well funded by security services. They must stick within certain parameters of what they say and do. Even stupid people that give you, oh, we're going to compare this phone to this phone, oh, it's amazing, this one's £100 and this is £100,000. Fucking fools, man. Constantly buying new things, upgrading. I'm talking men here as well, constantly upgrading. Morning. As men, just get used to it. Face any allegation. I've faced every single allegation possible. It wouldn't surprise me if I was called a murderer or anything like that. Every single thing that you can be called, anything. I've been called racist so often, really, by the black security services. Like any guy that's African, if you stand up as some foolish wee boy that doesn't know the law, you're racist. He's not an idiot, you're racist. But if you speak to a sensible man of any colour, you're never racist or any of that stuff, because you're speaking to a sensible man. Never put women in these positions where they're going to have to assert authority over men. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at any... I mean, the only... Criminals are always going to kill that woman. Criminals will kill that woman. Decent men or fathers won't hurt women. So having all this funding for women's aid doesn't help women. It damages families, it damages children, and puts fathers in a vulnerable position where they don't get to know their children. It creates vulnerability in families, and that's the point of this. Funding feminist charities simply creates fragmented families, broken families. If that woman's willing to sell your children out and sell you out, and she's in a bad mood with you, you could lose your kids, your family, home, your job and everything you've ever worked for, and you may never see your children again, and no one is going to help. There's always a purpose when I start speaking louder and quicker and about the same. When there's people coming round about me, I talk. Because I want them to come up and smash me in the face. I want them to try and kick me between the legs. I just don't. I don't want you to hurt me. My hands are cold this morning, my face a bit cold. Morning, mate.
Morning.
All the contractors are starting to wake up, get in. They want to get and get their work done. Watch that nugget, my friend. Nearly took his eyeballs out there. Oh, just on the end of that, you see. We'll try to keep men safe from danger. Because, do you know, it's more men that die. About over 90% of work accidents are men. Don't look into anything like that. You don't need to look into that. Over 90% of workplace accidents, murders, kills, deaths in work are men, because we do the dangerous job. We build all of this. Only thing, once we've done that, we tend to let feminist fools in so that we can break everything back down again, so they can go and cry. Oh no, but we need to let's fund everyone's feelings first, and let's fund the abusive. The big white man, oh, I'm scared of him. He just said words that hurt my feelings. The biggest problem in society today is exactly that. Men are taught not to be men any longer. They're taught to be chauvinist pigs. It's the only way that you will receive help from the Freemasons or the Catholic cults. You be a wee chauvinist pig. And Trump's always told you that. Imagine an 80-year-old man talking about sliding his hands in young girls' pants. What a disgusting freak that thing is. Blowing people up in the middle of the ocean and discussing like it's a normal thing to, hey, we just blew that up. These are on the most wanted list for 10 years. What are you talking about? And obviously I'm mumbling crap because I don't have a TV, I don't know the news, I just hear this information kind of second hand and see this and think this is just sickness in our world, which is being pushed and promoted while people still shout MAGA. People still push for the feminist ideology, people still push for the gender. Or misuse of gender in our society and schools. Are you happy with today? Are you happy with what you're doing today? You happy with the show today from UPenn? Why? I mean, let's see. 100 people. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You're still here. Let's press the like button and subscribe. I'm going to put a thank out. We are over 800 subscribers. 800 people. I know that when people are building these YouTube channels, it's going between the 0 and the thousands, the part that takes long, but I'm looking at this young American guy just now. He's only put up his second video. He's had a lot of trouble in his life and he works at a corrections centre. But he's living out the back of his car inside like a small unit, a storage unit, and he wants to kill himself most of the time. Young American guy. Sorry, but I don't have the details of it. And he's just putting out how hopeless and helpless that he feels, and he has nowhere to turn. And he's found that after putting this one thing on YouTube, that he does have, there are men on here that want to help him. They don't want him to go and kill himself as a young boy because he's had his new child taken away and he's not sure if the child's his. He's now been made homeless by this woman that's a nurse and used him and abused him because she's funded to do that. Women are funded to do it. We can't 100% blame women or jail women for abusing kids when they're funded to do it by your government charities. Chauvinist pigs were created in pubs. Chauvinist pigs were created. Now we're creating these feminist pigs to abuse kids. We know we're creating them. We're funding them to create them. We're funding violent women to abduct children. And every day I tell you that a Scottish charity called Women's Aid wrote a story that I was a rapist. So my children could be abducted by a Polish woman to Poland. And that ruined my life. And I don't want you or your children to face that same kind of abuse. I don't want you to face such horrible false allegations that ruin your life. I don't want you to lose your children and be called a rapist and a woman beater. If you're a rapist and a woman beater, you're more than likely going to get done in, and these things are going to happen to you. You see what happens to the lost prophets, child abusing, parasitic, wee, effeminate, church-going man, and the likes of Tim Westwood that you've always known was a wee bit of one of them, always liked the younger female girls, never in a relationship, like every other one of these wee men, never in relationships, always got 1,000 women and jumping about wee parties with wee, effeminate wee boys all the time. That's what Tim Westwood was. You try to tell me you didn't know that this Catholic man with a bishop as a father wasn't raping and abusing people? His dad's a bishop. The Catholic cult runs every part of this. How do you think he was given such a prominent position as a white man in black music? Because his dad was a bishop. Tim Westwood's father's a bishop. And if you watch Father Ted, bishops come and they fumigate the place and strip down the wallpaper, and then they're gone. Dougal, what do you think bishops do? Aye. Press like, press subscribe. You might even get a laugh or a joke here from a guy that's not funny, a guy that's super serious. No, he's mentally ill, that's why he can do it. No, he's a narcissist, that's why he's doing it. He only cares about himself and making money. And look inside and understand your wellness. Look inside and understand your wellness. Women, go on, look inside, we'll fund it for you. Look inside yourself and understand your wellness. You're so easily sold to with shit propaganda. You're so willing to abuse kids with such small amounts of money. You're so willing to abuse your ex-partner because you've got no love for him. In fact, every married couple walking about, there's very few of those women that still care for you or love you any longer. As soon as you lose anything else, your kids are gone, your family's gone, your home's hers. And believe me, you'll be to blame, because I'm to blame. And you'll stand and you'll probably take the blame. Of course it's me to blame. Of course, why would you blame anyone else? Why would anyone else take any other? We don't accept that. We don't accept what we've done as being wrong. Women don't accept what they've done as being wrong, especially when they're abusing kids. They don't want to hear how abusive and stupid and foolish and hurtful and destructive that they are. And I know, listen, I know wee women out there that do love that one man. And do you know what? See, if I was to put a woman that I've known for quite some time now, maybe about 20 years now, is Jeanette. And I don't think Jeanette will be on here. But Jeanette, married to Geordie, what an example of a lady you are. And her daughter might have made mistakes in her life, but even her daughter's a very nice girl. She just needs help. And she was pushed on to taking drugs and going into drugs and being a junkie and stuff like that. There's too many things to make your life broken here. There's too many things to ruin it. Shut up, Joe. Go away, Joe. You've more things to do. You said you were going to Farm Foods and getting cheap stuff. Yes, I am. I'm going to go to Farm Foods and get some cheap stuff. I might do another live from there. I've got no mates up there either, and some might beat me up in the way. I can show you a new black eye that I've got. If I get a kick in the stones, I won't be showing you that. But I'll certainly let you know about it. Good mood food is more to value. Marketing is so good these days. Saatchi and Saatchi, you're amazing. I won't bother going further. A young man and his father. How can we be so easily sold to break down our communities? It's just darkness about here. I can't see any light on my phone. It looks like I've been stopped. I've stopped receiving messages. I'll go and check my top fans. So, Odin 33356, McTimmy, Raven Ark, K-Pot 009, Mr. Darwish B71, BXN J-Boy, at Redigital 9337, Vicky T376, and Stephen Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, nice to meet you. Hoodie, still creeping about. So, lots of security services, lots of police are here, lots of low-level parasites which can never be fathers are here, but we still stick up for these boy men. There's always a chance, even for you little boy man, for you little hoodie, you little troublemaker. Now, if you decide to do this and you are a mother or father, beware, people are going to come and say the most terrible and destructive things to you, and if you take these things personally, you're probably best not opening up a YouTube channel. The algorithm on here is owned by the military industrial complex, and they will have your backside and tear you and a few new ring pieces. People hate that you may stand against the system. People hate that you may inform others about the Jesuit mind control techniques, the idiotic Freemasonic Catholic cult members that are heavily funded within an area like this in Scotland. Every part of it is Freemasonic. Every part of the Eastern Star cult run things about here. Women are running things. Women abuse children, they're funded to do it. Feminist charities are funded to abuse women. And men don't really care much. These type of men, they have to show themselves to be the big man. But sometimes you'll have a man come out and he will stand and he won't care about the other boys. You know what I mean? If a man comes out of a van and a whole lot of tins of Red Bull fall out and go over the floor and they're busy scraping it and kicking it to the side behind them, you know what I mean? We have to go and pick up the mess that these children put in the floor. See wee boys putting mess over the floor right now. And I'm here hoping they might be men and fathers in their head, and you know what, I'm in a date myself. Oh God, I'm not doing any of this right. Ava, Matthew, Daddy's sorry that he's failed you 1,000 times. I don't want any of these fathers to lose out on their children. I don't want these fathers to lose out. The day the woman decides that's it. The day the woman decides that's it done, that's it done. You have no right. She'll take you home. You will feel helpless, hopeless, and she'll be funded to destroy everything you ever had. She'll be funded to do it. Women's feminist charities are funded to take away willing and capable men. And if you're a willing and capable man and you're there for your missus, don't explain yourself. The number one thing not to do is explain yourself to a woman ever. Don't ever explain yourself. She's constantly going to say that you're jealous, and she's going to constantly use the kids against you. She's going to let you know that she can take that house at any point and you can be nothing at any point. She can say things and she can prove things that haven't happened. If she wants to say that you're X, Y and Z, you can be that X, Y and Z. You can even be A, B and C. And if you're a D, E, E, F, and she says you are, your life could be F-U-C-K'd. I'm very sorry for that profanity, but that is what they do. They screw your life up. They make it worthless. They make your life hopelessness, helpless, with nowhere to turn, all by design, just because you're a man, because you're a father. And your boys are going to be left in the very same way. There's never been anywhere since the day I was born. There's never been any funding for fathers. Not any. Not any fam. I get told sniff your fingers yesterday in a comment. It just said sniff your fingers. And I thought I maybe do that quite often. Good morning. There are some good women. But most people I know is, alright man, alright man, alright man, alright, how's your alright man? That is it. That's all you get. Ah! The swagger of wee boys, man. Swaggering wee boys. Oh my goodness me. Freemasons go behind shops and fiddle with each other. Wee Catholic boys, they all wee special handshakes, they're all fiddling with each other's wee bits and everything. It's disgusting what's going on right now. But if they see a wee girl, alright, sexy wee girl, pal. God, man, that's the chauvinist side which I thought died in the 1980s. Maybe I'm just really grown up and too mature. This has to end. You're going to figure out what I'm telling you right pretty soon. You're going to find out what I've been telling you is true. Right, 1 hour 27 minutes. I should have stopped 2 minutes ago. Or I should get some ads in between. But instead of ads, that's here.
Suicides are male. The vast majority of all deaths of despair are male. Another piece that really fits with what we're talking about today is a man is 4 times more likely than a woman to suicide. A divorced dad is 8 times more likely to suicide than a divorced mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The purpose is abandonment. They want to take you away from your children. They want to split the family unit. Because as soon as they've taken away the head of the family, the children are easy to control and manipulate. Fathers stand up for their children. Mothers stand up for their children. But they found that by funding feminist beasts, little effeminate women that hate their own kids, they can fund them to abuse their ex-partners and control the kids for the future. And there's vast amounts of these little sell-out beastly women, vast amounts of them. Your missus could be one of them. You need to look out for the telltale signs. When she starts dropping that other guy's name, when she mentions him from the gym, he makes me speak. He looked at me this way, he done that for me, he said that to me, he gave me a compliment. There's a ticking time bomb for every one of you men and fathers out there with any partner. And as I said, I do know people that my mother stuck with my father till the day he died, but he was killed early. Jeanette's still with Geordie, and Jeanette, this woman that I've worked with for many years. And I don't know why I've pulled Jeanette out, because I just know that she's a lady, she is a lady, she loves her children, she loves her family. It doesn't matter men looking at her another way, she's with her man Geordie. Are you with your man? Do you support your man? Or would you sell out your children? Do you love your man, or would you sell out your children? I'm not here to gaslight women. I'm not here to gaslight little effeminate boys or Catholics or Protestants or Freemasons or Eastern Star. But I will rile Eastern Star. Lots of wee women can't stand Eastern Star now. They know that they're full of old bitches that run charities, and they step into all of the councils and communities. They run the councils, the community centre. There's always some wee Eastern Star witch there. Always. And she'll have control and manipulation of your mum or family or friends or aunties. And there'll be lots of little Freemasons and Catholic cult members there. And they abuse kids. They abuse children. Scotland funds the feminist charities to abuse children because Scotland's a paedophile network. Our government is nothing more than a fancy paedophile network owned by the American military, owned by the FBI and CIA. That's who brings our First Minister and gives them positions. Nicola Sturgeon was dropped in by the FBI brainless wee stupid feminist boot, making children and fathers and families live in fear. You failed everyone in your community, you wee feminist boot. It was all about feelings, all about destroying our great classrooms. Scotland had great education till we started letting any stupid wee feminist boot run things. Then we start funding the stupid feminist foolish child abusing boots. We fund this downtake. We fund the abuse of children. We're funding it. I don't care what you think of me personally. I'd love for you to come here and stand in front of me and tell me. I'll let any man give their opinion of me, and I'll always be polite to you. I don't talk to you as if I'm talking to my phone. Maybe you deserve that. I'm not here for the vast majority of you. I'm not even here for my own future, by the way. What I'm putting on here, what you're putting on yours. In fact, no, most of you are putting it on and you're editing yourself right to the point of that's not you. So believe me, this is me. You want to take on me? This is me. My son's Matthew and Eva. They were abducted by a stupid boot that was funded to lie that I was a rapist by a charity called Women's Aid. A funded charity, funded by Scottish government freaks that abuse kids. Women's Aid. Aid for what? Destroying family, raping kids, keeping these wee perverted paedophiles happy? Because that's what they're doing in Scotland. That was her job. And if she's got a job running things, she's going to destroy those things that she's running. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. If it's not a family and a home, then she'll be doing it wrong. Oh, but you just sound so chauvinist now. Shut up. Abusing children and funding the abusers. Abusing children and funding the abusers just because you think you can call me names and say I'm scary looking at a freak or narcissist or whatever name you want to call me. When you're funding child abusing beasts. Paedophiles fund the child abusing beasts, and it takes a father like me to come and tell you this wherever you are in the world. It's the same in your street, in your town, in your council building. The same in your government. It's we freaks, we effeminate boys and feminists telling them what to do while they receive funding to break down family. And I don't care if you've been on a 20-year, a 30-year relationship, that woman's jumping about. And any smile she receives off any wee boy, that breaks your relationship that little bit more. She'll take you, boy. She'll take you. You need to know that. She can take your kids and call you a rapist, all by design and funding. How would I know that and be able to say that? How come the police aren't showing up to arrest me? Because they normally come here. Last time I was here and done this, they came here. But I spoke to a very nice gentleman. But now the Metropolitan Police have decided they're going to stop. Call-outs for non-criminal call-outs anyway, like this type of thing. Women's wee feelings feel offended. Oh, but I'm an Eastern Star and my feelings are kind of breaking inside with him calling me a beast, because all I've done is ignore my family, ignore the children, and get what I want anytime I want it. Now, me. That's what Eastern Star is. That's what the Freemasonic feminist cult is. Not protecting children. Funding the downfall of children, funding the downfall of family, funding those little feminist beasts. Because there's lots and lots of women, but they're not wee feminist beasts, but bit by bit will chip it away at these good mothers until they might take the bait. And that's why your missus could do it, because they're heavily funded to break. I could be that little parasite as well, winking at your missus. I'm never going to cheat. I'm never going to hurt you or your family or your children. Know that. Know that. Your woman could be stood in front of me doing her wee jumping about naked stuff and she would get told, be a mother first. Show yourself respect first. Show the kids love and respect before you even think about yourself. But do women do that now? Put children first? Nope. No, because we are funding charity to break children and break family. We're funding them. funding them. Ah, you said you were going to finish 5 minutes ago, Joe, and you just went off in one again. Yes, I did, because I can. And there's still 100 people watching, you foolish little boys and girls, man. You're watching an idiot tell you idiotic things about idiotic people while we fund it all. None of it's by accident. None of this is by accident. It's all by design. Every single damn bit of child abuse in your area is funded. It's funded by paedophiles, and they fund feminists so they can look pretty and call you a rapist. They can call you a woman beater. So they look very nice when they're carrying out the child abuse. I'm just bringing these 2 children through the airport. Abduction. I'm just being assisted by Police Scotland to abuse that family while this woman lies about her ex-partner. Police Scotland will help that. We do see the firemen here every morning because they do need their sausage rolls. But most of the time the firemen come and buy healthy food from Lidl. And at the same time they slag off fathers and things as well. They get sick of men like myself who are not connected to the Catholic Church or Freemason group. I'm an outcast, you see. I didn't do the funny handshake. I don't want to join your fraternity. I was part of the Catholic cult for so long, but then you find out every one of these dudes here with the funny handshakes and everything else, even the priest himself, he's one of them. The Monsignor is one of them. The priest is one of them. He is the 33rd degree Freemason. Sorry, maybe just the 3rd degree Master Mason. Maybe he's just working from there. Maybe he's away up high in the 90s. Who knows? But do we have a 96 degree Freemason these days? I mean, is there anyone with that type of magic and ability that's read all of this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I believe even your 1st, 2nd and 3rd degrees are made up now. I understand you're trying hard to keep these things together, but women have broken you, women own you, women run this place, the Eastern Star run it, Freemasons don't, Catholic cult own you, the Catholic cults own you. They can kill kids when they like, they can kill kids in front of your face and nothing happens. These are the people killing, and we support the people killing us. We support and fund the breakdown of our own family. We're the ones responsible for every part of this because we don't take accountability for anything going on here. None of the women breaking everything down in communities ever take accountability or responsibility for what they've just done. Not one of them. No woman does. They don't take responsibility or accountability for the abuse of children. Not at all. Not. It wasn't them that done it. They just scream back at you and call you names. Oh, how dare you say that we're funded to abuse? But I can show you with evidence you're funded to abuse. You actually call me a rapist and a child abuser and all kinds of things. It's sick what you're capable of saying and capable of doing. But it's not just the sickness, it's funded sickness. Funded child abuse. Yes, through charities. Women's Aid. Yep, name Women's Aid. Scottish funded, UK funded. Feminist terror cells that abuse children. Worse than Al-Qaeda, worse than ISIS, worse than all of these things designed by the American military. Have a nice day. You deserve to smile and see your children and feel happy today, believe that.
Sorry. What I thought was...
Miles,
Suicides are male. The vast majority of all deaths of despair
is called a chicken in.
Yet no one believes me when I tell them this.
You want to hear the coochie
Rubbing
doctors?
fig seeds on your breasts will make them go from saggy to perky since they contain lots of estrogen.
There you
Dipping your
go.
face in ice water daily will get rid
Fig
of puffy
seeds.
cheeks and snatch your...
Do you think you could do that, ladies? Rub fig seeds in your breast? And they'll be nice and perky. There you go, that's the advice you're going to get from me today. Have a lovely day. Matthew, Ava, your daddy's a real weirdo. a failure to most of these people. But your daddy loves you and he's a good daddy. He's kind and he's thoughtful. He would make the biggest fool of himself in it. He would put his life at the very end just to be able to see you. I'm so sorry this is funded to happen. I'm sorry that this is our position. I'm sorry that you good fathers out there don't get to see your children. I'm also very happy that many fathers that do get to see their children, they're also reaching out. Have fun with your kids today. If you're out working, enjoy that. Enjoy the work that you do, and if you're not enjoying the work that you do, please stop doing it. Take care. Goodbye.